This is the desert to desert tent, and you can see that the tent is pulled low to the ground, about 2 feet from the ground on all edges, and that's to create kind of an intimate space and give it a sense of shelter. And it has a middle pole that's 3 posts tall and interior poles that are 2 posts tall, and it's pulled directly to the ground using lag bolts. At the corner of each front post, we have an LED light that washes up the side of it so that the tent is lit at night. And Jen here is going to tell you about the interior of the tent.
Hello. So we have strung all of these types of flags on the edge, and then we also have prayer flags on the inside. And we use this netting to go around the post, so it doesn't go on top, it goes around, and we use zip ties to hold it in place. You can see kind of how it like bellows out. And then we use different fabrics, these 2 white fabrics and 2 silver ones, to create kind of like a canopy effect with the prayer flags. And then what we try to do is we really try to be symmetrical about how we hang the fabric, so it doesn't just look so sporadic. It's like we have this center piece here, and then you can see that we have the same element of fabrics, the way that we gathered them, and the strings and the corner pieces. All of the columns are wrapped in fabric as well, so you'll notice there'll be longer pieces that are more like long scarves. Those are used for the center pole and all the edge poles. And then the carpets are just put down in a way so they cover the floor fully. And then all of the cushions are around the edge. So just trying to have symmetry, and if you use all of the materials we have in the boxes correctly, they should create like a really nice environment.
Underneath, what you don't see underneath the carpet is 2 layers. We used about 4 canvas tarps to create an underlay for the rugs, so that the rugs aren't sitting directly on the playa. And underneath that canvas is blue tarp, and it takes about 2 large pieces of blue tarp to be an underlay for the canvas, and that's in case it rains, it keeps things dry. The way that we secure the tarp down to the playa is through some staples. Let's see if we can find a yard staple here. So right there is a staple that we hammered in, and it takes about, 40 of those to staple it down. We even staple it down the middle. That's in case of a windstorm, all of this stuff stays intact. When we close this up at night, the pillows are usually stacked along the back and then wrapped underneath the tarp. And the reason for that is, here, why don't you put me on camera? The reason for stacking all of the sofa cushions in the back and all the pillows and then wrapping it in a tarp is to make this place not become a nighttime hangout, because this is not meant for people to fall asleep and pass out drunk. It's really just a daytime experience.
And that way it stays clean throughout the week. If you're monitoring who's coming in, telling people not to wear shoes, that kind of thing. So it's the best way to keep it clean all week. Also, just notice that in the front we have these grass mats here all the way across. We have these like fake grass mats. They're actually made out of like woven plastic. That's so that people can put their shoes, and we have kind of like rugs at the front that are meant for wiping your feet. So it's really important that people take their shoes off and leave them over in this front part so that the rugs don't get dirty.
Part of keeping this place nice is to keep the entrance open. So one person on the shift should always try to usher bikes off to the side into a correct location so it's not blocking the street. Otherwise, the rangers and placement people will notify us on not managing our frontage. So that pretty much sums up the desert to desert tent. If you want to look inside and see where the corner posts are, there's 2 in the back to mark the corners of the cushion area, and then there's 2 in the front corners, and then 2 additional ones that push the entry open.
And then these short ones back here, the short ones.
And 2 short ones in the middle of the side that are 1 post tall. Those are 1 post tall.
And they just kind of stretch the tent out this way. So it's basically creating this kind of diamond shape. That's it.
Let's see it from the outside again. So you can see it's pretty low to the ground. For reference, up to my knee.
Picture of the shin structure from the top.
And there's Alexi. All right, that's the D2D tent in about 6 minutes.